Hey guys, it's Andrew Keen from KeenOnTheMarket.com. Today was whoop 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 off to the races. Very, very interesting day. We saw two huge bear days, and I talked about buy the dips continues. So let's look at the S&P 500 futures. Let's start with the opening today. We opened up, and let me bring up my view data bar. We opened up this morning at 1433.5. 80% of the time we have the high or the low within the first hour. We had the low at 1429.75, which is, we bounced off on the 5-minute 3 times here. Then we had a bunch of overlapping bars. I was talking that these overlapping bars, there's a couple ways to play this. With these overlapping bars, I could buy it anywhere in here with the stop below the low. That would have had me in all day. If I sold it anywhere here, had a stop above the high, I would have got stopped out, would have lost a little bit. I also said I could be buying 2 ticks above the high, so I would have been buying 1435s. That would have had me in all day for a 9-point winner. Selling 2 ticks under the low, which we didn't get to. So when you see these overlapping bars, it's going to break out at some point. It just matters which way. So it broke off to the upside right at this 11 o'clock. Got the high of the day at 1444.5. Did sell off a little bit at the end of the day, but a huge, huge bullish day. Let's look at it on the daily chart. So we just reversed yesterday. Higher high, higher low. So I still think we're going to end up going higher. End of the quarter is tomorrow. Usually at the end of the quarter, we'll get some buying pressure. If we don't get any buying pressure tomorrow, we might see some buying pressure on October 1st as people position themselves for the end of the year. So point of control, 1432.5. We have the value area low, 1429.75. I just talked about. Value area high. This is very, very interesting because it's almost like we have 2 point of controls, 2 value areas low, 2 value area highs. Technically, the value area highs is 1437. We are way above all those levels. Apple, giddy up. Looks so weak this morning. It's been weird. Apple's been very weird, very tricky. It might be a rotation out of Google into Apple. Today, Google looked very weak. Apple looks so strong. Apple opened up this morning at 664. Got the low within the first, basically 20 minutes, 660.35. I was talking about the 656 level to the downside. Still haven't tested that level. Then it was off to the races in Apple. Apple got above $680, high 682.17. So over a 20-point range today in Apple. Point of control on Apple, 678.75. Value area low. Where do the buyers come in? 672.5. Value area high, 682. So Apple broke right when the SPOOs broke. Apple broke at 11. Let me see when the SPOOs broke again. On the 5. So they broke at exactly 11 o'clock. Let me see how Apple's chart look at 11. That's when it pushed above that level. Over 672, and it put up another 10 spot from there. So Apple very, very strong. One more, Google. And I say in general that Google looks really, really weak in the beginning part of the day, and then it actually rallies all day. Today, the high was actually the first bar of the day. This is the first time I've seen this in about 2.5 weeks, so now I'm going to keep on it going forward. Going forward is Google getting the high within the first hour. Looked like it was getting the low within the first hour. Today was the first day I've seen it the high within the first hour. So high of the day in Google, 681.50, 761.50. The low of the day in Google, 751.65. Still has not come back to the 747 level. We have levels for tomorrow. We have the point of control right around the 755.60. Value area high, 755.80. Value area low around 755.20. This is Andrew Keen from KeenOnTheMarket.com. Remember, tomorrow is end of the quarter. We might see some weird prints at the end of the day. Got to stay tuned and plugged in. Thanks, guys. We'll run it back tomorrow.